Welcome back to Between Two FARS. I'm Warnicki Miller, here with the amazing Robert Tepfer.
Wow, get more amazing as we go.
Today we're going to continue our discussion about FAR 15.306, discussions with offerors after the establishment of the competitive range. Bob, often there are concerns about the model contract that was submitted along with the proposal. Can you talk to us a little bit how we might address those concerns?
This is a very delicate issue because obviously you need to speak to some of the remedies in the solicitation to begin with. And I would hope you might have language in the solicitation that says that the proposal is controlling and that aspects of the, or takes precedent over the model contract, and that inconsistencies or incompletion with regard to the model contract will be treated as ministerial to the extent it does not modify their proposal. The proposal has to, it has to be all over. You're looking at the proposal, and to the extent they left a piece out, or to the extent it's inconsistent, you can't change the model contract, but you can let it reflect the proposal.
Ooh, now when does that cross the line to where you can't do it as a clarification, but maybe it needs to go into discussion?
Well, if it's a dramatic inconsistency, you got a problem, because the issue is going to be, what I told you, what I meant was over here. Theoretically, if you have some kind of order of precedence clause in the solicitation, that would effectively trump the model contract. But it's going to be very fact specific, and for what it's worth, these are some of the bigger headaches you can have. You can't revise your proposal after discussions. You have to have another round of discussions if you're going to do that. A clarification might be appropriate, but it has to, if you establish that the proposal is controlling, the best you can hope for is to put what you said in the proposal in the model contract.
Now, oftentimes you don't have that precedential language in the RFP, and in that case, the model contract, that's the governing document, isn't it? That's the offer that is signed and becomes the binding agreement between the parties.
I would be very nervous in that kind of an arrangement, because the argument can be made that you got two bites of the apple. I mean, the proposal is their offer. We said, make us an offer this way. We're attempting to accept it. And the model contract is the finished product. To have them make an offer a particular way for us to accept, and then turn to another document which is otherwise materially different, that makes me very nervous.
So the continuity between the proposal and the model contract is very important.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you have to effectively say that changes, or in that regard, have to reflect the proposal, and it has to be ministerial.
Okay.
And I haven't seen a lot of protests in this area, so all I can give you is what I would give in way of advice, and I hope to hell I'm right.
So is the safest route in one of these gray areas where there's an inconsistency to go with pre-competitive range clarifications, or go to the competitive range and do discussions on it?
I would definitely do discussions, because discussions, there's no argument that, hey, they revised their proposal. You go, so what? That's precisely what discussions are all about. The bigger headache you have is when you have oversight, you didn't see it, and then you're sitting there with discussions closed, and you want to have the proposal be reflected in the model contract, because that's what you thought you were negotiating and what you thought you bought. Okay, that's the problem that would be bad. Now, again, if you speak to the method of what you're going to do, all you're doing at that point, you can point and essentially say, you accepted this, you knew what we were going to do, you said this was controlling, we said it was ministerial, and you agreed, and we're simply putting those aspects of the proposal in the model contract as we agreed we would, and which you should have done, but we'll do it now.
Well, there you go. Some tips from Bob about how to get a model contract. Join us again next time in Between Two FARS.